My name is Bishop Kenya M.Loltome, United States of Kenya Republic Presidential Aspirant, come 2022, God willing, Allah. And I'm also the founder of International Church International online here in Kenya and also worldwide. And I'm also a lecturer clergy, what we mean by lecturer clergy is a professor in systematic theology, both Christianity and also Islamic studies. I've taught so many colleges. I've mentioned several times, African and Inland Church, Bisata Bible College in Narrow County Government. The same county government, again, Covenant College of Mission International College of Theology also. And also various colleges, including even, secular, like paramilitary, General Service Unit, paramilitary training college here at Embakasi, Nairobi National Government, an official, force, military force, which is equivalent to Kenya Army, the Kenya Defense Forces, for 12 years as a, civilian spiritual affairs instructor. Among other, colleges, I'm also coaching student of Presbyterian University of East Africa, online student, and also others also from, Viga, the Friend Theological College. Particularly this one of, Presbyterian learning religious political philosophy content. So I am now still repeating, saying I'm actually having an ambitions to be, one of the presidential aspirants among many others, come 2022 or 2023 elections, depending with the situation, how it will be. So today is the word of God, which is first, God first in my, my government. If I will be elected, come 2022 elections, to be the 6th president of the United States of Kenya Republic. God will be the first, in my agenda. I will promote the work of God by God's grace to build more churches, more mosques, and I have a ministry also of spiritual affairs and social protection. God first, followed by human beings welfare and animals and all other living things and non-living things too. So those are the agendas I have. And we are going to read the book of Joshua. The book of Joshua is a very common book in the Bible, in the Old Testament. It was written 1,300, before Christ. Before Christ, it was when actually Joshua wrote this information we are going to learn today. And, he wrote, this information 1,300 years before Christ was on this, in this world. And what actually this man of God, Joshua, was trying to put across is actually what will be so important to our lives today. After, getting, a wise counsel from his successor, he has succeeded the leadership from Moses. And Moses has given actually, what he's going to do. And because leadership is costing a lot, he was encouraged to lead human beings in this manner. And our topic today is to be strong and courageous. A leader must be strong and courageous. If you are led by a person who is not, strong and courageous in leadership, that nation will fall automatically. And all people of that nation will suffer a lot, and many will perish as well. So we are going to read Joshua 1, and I'm going to explain briefly. Joshua chapter 1 verse 6 to 9. Be strong and courageous. Mark that word. Because you will lead these people to inherit the land. I swear to their forefathers to give them. That is actually the word of God. He was told by God, because now you are going to, to succeed Moses, Joshua was told by God to be strong and courageous because he was going to lead human beings called Israelites who have been in captivity for 40 years in Egypt. And because of their disobedience, a place they could have reached for 40 days, it took them 40 years. So this man was told to be strong and courageous. Like now I, Bishop Kenya M.Loltome, vying for the presidency of Kenya Republic. This is also a message for me and many other leaders of Kenya Republic. Be it governors for 7 of them, be it women representatives for 7 of them, be it senators for 7 of them, be it members of parliament 290 of them, be it even MCS councillors 1,450, among many others, ministers, which we call in this government cabinet secretaries, public servants, all human beings in leadership. They are supposed to be strong and courageous because they are leading human beings. 7, be strong again and be courageous repeatedly. Be careful to obey all the law like Moses gave you, okay, you to do. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Actually, this man was also to take instruction from his successor. Okay, to listen, the other leader was actually have done, and his failures and successes, so that he will avoid actually those pitfalls. So 8, do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. The word of God also was included. The book I'm talking, which is stated there is the Bible, or the Quran in that case, because I said I'm a specialist in both books, the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible. We need also to meditate the word of God found in these 2 books, holy books, if you want to succeed. And then 9, repeatedly again, is actually commanded again. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Whenever you fear God and you fully give God reverence that He deserves, He will actually be with you wherever you go. He will be with you whatever you are going to do in this earthly living kind of life. So remember me 2022 as your 6th President of the United States of Kenya Republic, because I know I will be strong and courageous more than I am even today when I'm an ordinary man. Okay? I'm just an ordinary citizen now, because I'm not in leadership so far or in that capacity of presidency. Although I am also a leader as a lecturer, clergy professor in theology. So, but I want also to be the President of Kenya Republic, so that I will lead this nation into a better, condition of life. Because we are suffering a lot. And, I said I'm also online in the Church International preacher. Okay, you can see it here. I formulated this one in 2016, this kind of online church in the Church International. But previously, I was brought up by an African land church. I was baptized by African land church. But I'm ordained by this government, by this one, called this government of God, called International Church International, by a bishop from South Africa, not AIC. I was just baptized by AIC, trained by AIC, in that colleges of theirs, and also American Vision International University, as well as Columbia International University, in this special affairs, among other institutions, also secular institutions. So what do I want to put across today? All leaders are supposed to be courageous and and strong and courageous in their leadership, which we are not seeing our current leaders are doing actually at all. They are not, obviously, and they are not also together. You see, even now these politicians, which were, wanting to fight for the presidency, most of them have been in leadership since 1963. The parents have been presidents, vice presidents, ministers, MPs, prime ministers, prime ministers, and vice presidents, and all name them. All in this political, leadership. Even public servants, most of them. So these people are confused now. As I speak now, they are forming alliances, and they are defeated to form alliances as well. We call it Oga. Now they are converging in a certain meeting in Nakuru, Naivasha. ODM leader was left alone. He was the chief, opposition leader, Raila Amolo Odinga. His father was the vice president of the first president, vice president, okay, of the first president, Jomo Kenyatta. Jaramogi was actually vice president of the president Jomo Kenyatta. And now both of them again, now Uhuru Kenyatta, now the fourth president of Kenya, and Raila Amolo Odinga, his father was a vice president. They want also to confuse Kenya that they are better. They continue, after almost 60 years now since we attained independence. Okay? Okay? And that is wrong actually. We have 50 million Kenyans, and they have sons and daughters, including myself. We want to be the president also ourselves. I'm from a pastoralist Maasai Saburu family. Okay? And I deserve also to be given that chance. Among others, in various, capacities. And others also, you call them, NASA. NASA in Swahili, NASA is to trap people. And these people have been trapping Kenyans for so many years, decades, and confusing them for nothing. They are not after leadership. They just want to, prestige. I just want to be called a president because my father was a president. My father was a minister. My father was an MP. My father was a PC, professional commissioner. These are the people who want just prestige. Okay? They're not there for, to lead anybody in this world called Kenya. Okay? And many of them have actually, Kenyan have honored them. And sometimes they have forced their leadership to be in presidency seat. Some of them, prime ministers, like Raila Amolo Odinga. He has actually tested all this kind of leadership. MP, a member of minister, prime minister, 10 years, okay? And he still wants to be the president of Kenya. And whatever this man has been there, like Ibira and Langata, these people are still eating downside food. And particularly with law, where he is in a group, he is actually in a group of law. Uhuru Kenyatta is also the president. His fathers have been, and his father was a president for 35 years, and they are continuing, more than 35 years. His father was the prime minister. His father was the president, Mr. Jomo Kenyatta. Likewise, even Uhuru Kenyatta has been the vice president, vice prime minister. Yeah, he's now the president also. And, that's because these people, they need also to have, a kind of a rest somehow. And also, Ruto, likewise. I was actually MP, minister, called him. And now vice president. He's now the president also. As I speak now, I said even separately. He's also, now, we don't have the vice president in Kenya. It's all two presidents are there, the president. Because even that one has actually maneuvered his way on October 6, 2014 to the president, Ruto, William Samuel Ruto. Mudavadi likewise, vice president, vice prime minister, MP, minister, Kalonzo Musyoka, vice president, and he was also MP, minister. I called them, Gideon Moy, Kipsele Towet Moy. Has been actually, his father was actually ruling us for 5 years, the second president. He is now the senator of Baringo. His brother is also Philip. He's a Ravine, MP. Another one called Raymond. Rambai, Nakuru, MP. The whole of those areas just belong to Moy. Whatever likewise, he was an MP, minister, and senator now of Bungoma. And they want to, all these people want to be president. And there's no change. That's why now God is confusing them, giving them a lot of confusion. They are now meeting in, some of them are meeting in, Raila now is, left alone, running only alone, Orange Democratic Party. The other group now are forming another one called Oga. You wanaongea shetani, wanaongea kasi ya shetani tu. Oga. One Kenya Alliance. And the other one NASA trapping people. Trapping what? Yeah? Why do you trap people without any successful leadership? So remember me 2022 as your sixth president, as I said already. I formulated a government here, and this government is actually the best of the best governments. It is here. The leaders are here. Okay? I am the sixth president here, if I will be elected. I have also my vice president, Adan Barre Duale, vice president. I want also to retain Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta because he has all the keys of Kenya. Okay, his father was the president, he was the president, so he knows the country better than I do. But I am a new groom which I will sweep the house better than him now, being old also in leadership, although he's younger than me in age. So he will be actually the power prime minister of mine, come 22. Even part is, we are told, even State House, it is their father's farm. You know, his father was the first president, so he gave out that portion of land to be State House. Okay? And he will have two vice prime ministers of his choice if I will win. And then even Vision 2030, the president coming is a retired president of the United States of America, the great nation of Earth, which is actually the son of one of the Luo wise man here, coming from Luo land, Ogelo, Siaya. And that is none other than, His Excellency Barack Hussein Obama, a Luo ethnic group, and nobody has rejected this government. This is why these politicians now are, running up and down. They are defeated what to do because they have not formulated the government. The kind of government are formulated already with the ministers and with all, all whatever I'm going to do to people come 2022 or 2023, because that government will be a government which will be focusing on God affairs, and then humanity welfare, and all other living things like animals also. They will be taken care of, but we will minimize them. We will not allow animals to take the whole 3/4 of the land when the other living things are just suffering. We will reduce them and confine them, and food costs also will be reduced because we are going to have petroleum in many places. Marsabit, which is already there, which was actually started by Moi, and we are going to unseal it, although it was sealed, and use it. And then we are also to have the one of Turkana County Government, and Marsabit County Government, Mombasa County Government, Kisumu County Government, among other areas. We are told people they are found in Elgeyo Marakwet. We are going to have all this kind of oil all over and have soldiers, many of them over 1 million. So far now we have almost 24,000 only Kenya Army and military personnel. Very few people. So they cannot take care of these resources. And few police force and many others, very few of them. We are going to have more than 1 million soldiers because we want to have a country with this kind of oil and also uranium, like now irons in Machakos, and also gold in Western Kakamega, and also Mimia's sugar. We are going to revive it all over, wherever, and also this cotton, cloth, the textiles, these industries, including even Kenyan commissions. So food costs will be highly reduced in the next government, and petroleum will not be. It will be reduced very low, because we are now one of the countries who are having oil in many county governments. So clean water will be provided, sanitation, also clean environment will be provided, and then food costs will be reduced to almost 40 Kenya shillings, like sugar, 1 kilo of sugar, and even do any other food stuff. And price control will be there. We'll have price control in that case. So we'll improve livelihood of human beings, and also all Kenyans from all 47 tribes. Nobody will say I'm a Kenyan and you don't own a land. You will be given a land accompanied by title deed so that you can take the loans from the government and then improve it. Okay? And then they will actually know that color bar. We will accept all colors, all races, all colors, all tribes, all religions, except those who are not going to fear God. We will not allow idol worship. Okay? We will not. And then we will eradicate also ignorance of illiteracy. All human beings will be given free education, particularly adults and also young human beings. All over 47 federal county government. And we are going to expand education, okay, systems, okay, and to be free, because now we don't have free government education systems. It is all privatized. All over, 47 county government, 290 constituencies and 1,450 wards assemblies, okay? And also hospitals are more privatized privates in Kenya. We don't have government, the proper hospitals. So we will actually expand government institutions and to provide free services for all human beings. So we are also to promote rapid socio-economic growth to enable poor people to have equal opportunity to the rich. Okay? And support also liberation movement of slavery. Because we are slaves now in Kenya. Since the nice government left us, which have been ruling this country since 1920. British government, the best government ever, have left the country to be ruled by Black Lives Matter movement. Okay? That's why we want to have now a liberation. We will have now a second liberation, not actually after this one, actually. We want to liberate ourselves from this Black Lives movement. Slavery. Not whites. White people have been the best. So I said we will improve industries, and all industries will be revived, and additional one will be there, and also we will also avoid interference with other nation internal affairs. We will not go to other countries and rob the money like Turkey and money fraud and bring to Kenya or any other nation. We will not interfere with other nation, their welfare. Okay, there will be also freedom of free medical care, freedom, free education, land and housing will be provided. Okay, and everybody will have a right to life. Nobody will kill you in Kenya, and you will own property any part of the country, which is not allowed now. I'm not now, being a Samburu Masai person, I may not be having a land in Kiambu, where Urumegai Kenya come from, or Bondo, where Raila Amolo come from, or Wasingichu, where William Ruto come from, or Viga, where Mudavadi come from, or Bungoma, where Watangula come from, or Baringo, where Gideon Moi come from. Okay, these leaders. We want to have a country whereby I am supposed to own properties in all parts of the country, without any restriction. Okay, without any color bar, without any favoritism and partiality. The right of worship will be there also, except idol worship. We will not allow that. According to the Bible, in Exodus 20, they are not allowed. We don't allow that. Freedom of expression will be there, and the right to equal opportunities, okay, of job opportunity creation will be provided by the next government. So remember me as you are among other goodies. You remember me come 2022 or 2023 election. And remember, I said what God requires is actually a leader who is strong and courageous. Okay? You can see now, whenever people are fighting even like Ethiopia, like now the whole of last week, okay? No leader is going there. They just go to town. Even the internal security minister called Fred Matiang'i, he used to go to land in some town. He doesn't go and see those people who are dead, who are killed by militaries, who are just looking after the animals and actually pastures, green pastures, some burros. Okay, he doesn't go there, but he's giving orders that I'm not going to kiss you, I'm not going to to hug you. That is actually the message from a person called Internal Security of Kenya leadership. Instead of encouraging people to be strong and courageous, even to face drought, and even to tell others, to accept others, and also to allow animals as usual to mingle with the livestock also, domestic animals, because like Ethiopia now, there's a lot of rains to save other people's lives, to save even animals' lives. This man was actually trying to chase people to go for more debt rather than, trying to help them. Such kind of leaders are not encouraging people to be strong and courageous, even to face a drought, and even to encourage others to be together. Now that's why now people are fighting, okay, and killing each other, and soldiers are killed also, and soldiers are also killing people because of such kind of misbehavior. So that's why the Lord is actually encouraging people in verse 9, in Joshua 1, verse 9, to be courageous, strong and courageous. And verse 8 also, to meditate the word of God, which is actually giving people the right direction. If you don't know God, whom are you to know me? Whom are you to love me if you don't love God? Okay? God first. Because you will not actually have a tribalistic kind of life. You will be having a philanthropic heart because God is going to instill to you actually to have such a kind of life. So remember me 2022 or 2023, depending with when the situation will be of election. But remember, I am a God-fearing human being. And I know God has told me to be, strong and courageous. I cannot allow people, terrorists, to kill people in Mandera, and I'm just here in Nairobi, enjoying. I must go and see those people who are killed by terrorists. In any part of the country, people are crying all over, because not even soldiers are killing, people out of frustration. Our soldiers are not getting any better money. They are high, 24,000. What is a soldier going to get, if you are earning 24,000? Be you a Kenya Army, be you a police officer, be you a service officer, 24,000 shillings. Now in this economy of crashing down, stock market crashing down, what are you going to do? These soldiers are frustrated. That's why they are shooting people anyhow. Because they are given a lot of work and there's no money, and there are very few of them. 24,000 militaries we have in Kenya. 24,000 and we have 50 million. How are these people going to take care of us? And whatever equipment these people are having, be it police, be it army, like vehicles, like even whatever, is useless. All the things of colonial governments, some of them. No housing, no better life. This is why people are killing even civilians out of frustrations. Anyhow, so remember me 22 because I will improve even those people's lives. Those soldiers will be well paid. Money will be reduced to very minimum. Not millions and millions of shillings. MPs are members of parliament are getting, senators, and members of county assembly. Councillors are earning money. An MP of Kenya Republic can employ Kenya Army soldiers for almost a year in 1 month's salary. Okay? Imagine. That's a very bad kind of behavior. Just very few people trying to take all the resources back to their own selves. Okay? And the rest of other human beings are, dying. They are calling, even the soldiers who are looking at this politician, they call them mafia cuckoo. Hence, fierces. Why are you insulting soldiers like that? Mafia kuku. Si wewe ndio mafia kuku? Kwa sababu unashuka. Kwa nini huwezi kujishuka? Wewe ndio mafia kuku. In honestly speaking. And they are feeling frustrated. No allowances. They are just following them, they are guarding them. Guarding what? And these people are getting millions of shillings and they become so notorious. So notorious. Okay? So this Kenya politician, I'm going to tempt them, sure, if I will be elected. They will know that they are also human beings. And they will not actually insult soldiers. Mafia kuku. Soldiers will get money equal like them also. Okay? And many other Kenyan lives will be improved. All people will be equal. We all rise up in annual developments. There's no need why you are up there and I'm dying lower here. So remember 22 as you are 6th President of the United States of Kenya Republic come 2022 or 2023 election, because I will not let you down. All human beings living in Kenya will own lands. Be you white, life matter, and if you want to live in Kenya as a citizen from another country, you are allowed. Remember May 2022 as you are 50th President of Kenya Republic, United States of Kenya Republic, because I will not let down all human beings living in Kenya down. By God's grace, to remember to pray for me also and my family, so that God can strengthen me and